Elon Musk officially mutates Twitter into the new X app. We have Bitcoin in a quick move down to 29K. Is it done falling or is there more pain to come? And the Federal Reserve prepares a potential next rate hike. Let's go the blockchain basement.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this? I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're gonna get back below there. But if we do, that's kind of where we.
Welcome one, welcome all. It's Monday. We're here in the blockchain basement, joined by a new kind of, we got a lot of younger opinions. I wanted a lot of input on the revamping of Twitter. It looks like pretty big news broke over the weekend. It was Sunday night. Elon Musk joined a town hall talking crazy stuff. But thank you for joining us, everyone. Robert Cosson, Mario Cantonese. We got around the blockchain up in there with the wrench, Chili Rainbow, Randall Dents, C90 FTW, Granny's Garden, G Money, What's Up, Crypto Shark, and Justin Eubanks, Shane Hansen, of course. Well, it's a Monday morning, and last week we were talking about looking kind of around the 28K for the 28K spot for Bitcoin to potentially fall back down to, and there's been some movement, some definite movement on the markets, as you've all seen. But first, we had a big video over the weekend, and I wanted to let everyone know that these shirts are now available. We can go to hitmerch.com. I'll show you this site here real quick.
What does it say?
The
There you
truth,
go.
potentially dangerous.
That's hard.
Yeah, I love this shirt. It's great. It feels great. Fits well. So go on, get you a good shirt to wear around town. Make them feel like they, it's a good way to kind of communicate with the public and find, people that got your back and connect. It's good conversation starters for either side of the table on that one.
Wait,
So,
real quick on your
yeah.
shirt, the Drake lyric, I'm a pit bull, but Dale, mommy.
I never heard that song.
Adam can vouch. Also, over the weekend, Drake left a hotel wearing a dog mask.
Yeah.
So I feel like your shirts, like it all goes together.
Oh yeah, correlate.
Pop culture.
Why
It
is
was
he
all
doing
planned. Thank you.
What was it planned? What was the plan?
We are working with Drake
He's a
to make
Drake
your
fan.
shirts. Remember? We talked to him.
Okay, yeah, our plan for our shirt. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw the dog mask coming out of the restaurant. That was very confusing. I think that was a restaurant that he's coming out of, but
He's the best.
who knows, But anyways, we got the great shirts, and we had a pretty big week last week. I want to kind of just do a quick recap. This is from Watcher Guru. Number one, presidential candidate RFK announces plans to back the US dollar with Bitcoin, but obviously I feel that he's not even going to get a chance at the table because of how far gone that system is on his side. Number two, U.S. senators officially introduced bipartisan bill to ban members of Congress from owning and trading stocks. We've seen this before, and it never went anywhere, so it'll be interesting. I'm not expecting much out of that. Nice nod, though. U.S. Congressman Richie Torres asked SEC Chair Gary Gensler to stop its assault on crypto, saying that cryptocurrencies are not securities. And also, on the SEC side, Gensler says he's disappointed with the court ruling XRP not a security. And as you've seen from further recounts, Gary just thinks they're wrong flat out. So interesting to see him kind of not accept a official ruling from a judge on that. That'll be ongoing, I'm sure. Feels like they're going to try at least to repeal. But now we have the Federal Reserve launched the FedNow program. SEC adding BlackRock and other Bitcoin spot ETF applicants to the Federal Register. Sam Bankman basically paid his lawyers in stolen customer funds, so that's fun. Really nice
pro move.
Yeah, very pro move right there. And then U.S. Republicans introduced a bill to establish a regulatory framework for crypto. Hopefully they get that worked with on both sides. And the SEC says the judge ruling on XRP security was wrong. So all of that happened last week. It was, kind of a big deal for a lot of people to see these rulings from that judge, but then also the Bitcoin ETF get put into place shortly afterwards. Let's see what else I got, because I wanted to highlight where Bitcoin is just in general right now. This is from Crypto Rover. Like some of his tweets, pretty good. Bitcoin and adoption is growing by his account, benefit from lower prices. I would agree with that. We've seen a lot of people come in, and I think we've had a record amount of people with actually a whole coin in their account. So it's been really cool to see kind of the middle class see the opportunity a little bit more this time. Just makes me feel great that less people are going to be left behind and then asking you about crypto when we're basically at the top. Don't got much to tell them except for batten down the hatches. But this is just highlighting right here. Gold line is the total number of Bitcoin addresses, and then we're following basically the same overall structure for price right now. This is the blow off top of January 2021. Really started to pick up. And, arguably, this was actually its peak because inflation on the US dollar was much worse at this point. So you actually had a higher buying power when it hit that high just about June of 2021. So now it's retraced. We're back in this range and very much feels similar to this kind of setup right here. The big question that many people are trying to answer is, are we going to have, a big chance like this that was created in March of 2020? So, that's kind of what I'm seeing from a lot of, people that are really good at technical analysis, things of that nature. Just kind of wanted to ask, are you, Vivian, have you been buying any crypto? Have you been looking at the markets? What would kind of, because I know you're not, in it, you know what I mean? You're kind of looking at it from afar. You haven't been in it for a while.
Yeah.
And, seeing a graph like that, let's bring up the graph again so we can get just a visual on it. Seeing that amount of volatility, you know what I mean? How does that make you feel? Is that something that would be, even possible to fathom putting all of your money into?
Well, by gauging it, I will say so. I would say you'll probably be good to invest a lot, but not, you don't want to bite off more than you can chew, I would say. So I would definitely say keep it safe. Keep it safe. And
then the worry that I feel a lot, I had before I was really, really into the markets, was having events like this where it just plummets, your valuation goes down big time, and you're sitting there sweating it. You know what I mean? So when I got into, investing, I made sure that it was money that I just wanted to work aggressively for me. Wasn't anything that I relied on for paying my rent or mortgage or wherever I was at in life. It was always what I was willing to put to work for me. So that's kind of how I was I want to ask that question more and more to people that are outside of crypto, because a lot of people just get in when we're at those vertical lines up, and it gets really painful if you're holding those really high levels, and then it corrects over a few years' time,
Yes, move cautiously.
Yeah. So, and on the price, let's see here. Let's just look.
Hey, real quick, shout out Kelly. Kelly is on his plane, about
Kelly's
to take
on
off.
his plane. I know.
What up, Kelly? Kellum, we love you.
Mr. Kellum, miss you, man. I think he's heading. Let us know in the chat. Are you heading back to New York? He might be heading back there, but I've been kind of waiting for stacking time around the 28K level for Bitcoin. You can see this is the yearly, where we're currently at. The month, kind of an interesting story here. Definitely looks like it broke down kind of where it was holding on to. This is over a month's time frame, so it's definitely on its way back down. And we have this news. Let's see if I have it up here. It's not that, it's this one. So Satoshi Flipper, 98% or 99.8% chance of 25 base point hike on Wednesday. It's happening and it's priced in. So it looks like majority of the market thinks that we're still going to see more federal funding rate hikes. And this essentially, this metric is for, Vivian, I know this is all, you hear BPS and all these terms. It can be simplified as they're making loans and new money more expensive. And then existing, interest rates can be adjusted. What are you drinking? What is this?
Casual close up.
It just cuts to me. Sorry.
Not sponsored.
No, I think seeing this and paired with the current kind of trajectory that we've seen just over the last weekend or half a week, And compared to what I was feeling like on Wednesday on last week, just kind of confirms to me that I think we are going to be looking at somewhere in the 28, maybe 28 and a half level for Bitcoin coming up, potentially within this week. So we'll see if that happens. And if it does, I'm going to be excited because then I can re-enter these different altcoins that I've been watching, and I've held OP through the ups and downs through this accumulation market, and I've also held DAG, Constellation DAG. Talk about it a lot. Those are two that I've been holding on, and really I've decided, yeah, those are good looks at. There's a lot of things that OP has going for it. They're being utilized, and Coinbase's new blockchain that they're rolling out. Me and Johnny were on that kind of test net and getting the early NFTs that they were giving out and kind of figuring out how to use the network. And I don't think OP is going anywhere. I think it's going to definitely find its place. But DAG, another hold. But if this happens, then I would be able to look at the broader crypto markets. Like I want to get a good entry point on Render, looking for a good entry point or a better entry point on HBAR. There's a couple of really good coins that I've been actually looking at, and then XRP having its little move right here back down to 69 cents. I'm still definitely overall feeling great about XRP. This short-term stuff really doesn't mean anything to me. I'm kind of pairing it up with just the overall. This is the suppressed bull market that it had while under investigation by the SEC last time. This was its 2017 run, absolutely ripped faces off. So definitely was suppressed in this time frame. So I really feel good about getting some more of this, especially if it kind of recedes back and gives me more of a good entry point. But I had just on a side note, you can pull my screen down. I'm going to try to find this place that I went to eat at this weekend. It was called Lolita's Parlor. And
hey, Lolita.
It was absolutely insane. It had like dinner food, like tikka masala naan, basically, and then also really good ice cream. Really, really good ice cream. It was insane.
Yeah, I need a picture of that.
I know. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I had to get into it while it was on my mind. Let's see here. Yeah, this is.
And before I have a request coins to look into real quick. I just want to hear your opinion on them, Drew.
Yeah.
Caspa, and can we look at Cardano?
I love
it.
Caspa's another one that I'm watching. Let's look at Caspa right now. Hold on. I'm going to pull it up. But yeah, I mean, Lolita's Parlor, shout out if you're in Georgia. Absolutely recommend. I drove like 40 minutes for the place.
Lolita's
Parlor. Hold on.
They fry Oreos.
Isn't Lolita like a weird thing?
Hey, Lolita, hey.
What?
Somebody correct me.
What
am I thinking of? That's like that pedophile book.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
What was that called? That was Lolita, no?
Yeah, I think it was indeed.
I'm gonna try to find.
Well, I mean, fried Oreos. We drove a long way for them, but Caspa. You're asking about Caspa, Hannah. You're getting into some altcoins then. You're getting into more altcoins outside of the regular.
I have a little bit of OP.
Yeah. I know you had like XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin.
And Cardano.
Always talking
Bitcoin,
about.
Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, Polygon. Polygon's definitely fifth.
This thing is, I mean, it's running into a little bit of a turbulence right here. Same level. So right now, I wouldn't buy it. But if Bitcoin takes a hit and goes down to 28K, this could very well revisit these different hit points. Probably, some of the higher ones that you have here. I would be waiting for a little step back. Probably actually right here. This would be a good level.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. That would be about 2.7 pennies. So yeah, that's where I would be looking at for Caspa. But that's actually a project that I'm very much interested in. I saw that it was also a DAG. I love DAGs. I think DAG hypergraphs and all those different subsets, different blockchains that are building are going to have their own kind of narrative focused, bull run, so to speak, in the next time. What you got?
Drew needs a shirt that says he got that DAG in him with a dog.
I got that DAG.
He got that DAG in him.
That's a good one.
We had fun. We had the video this weekend was talking about FedNow. And a lot of people are kind of confused or thinking that you're just pulling it out of your rear, that, Ripple is connected to FedNow. But, if you go to the FedNow website, is within the connections to Cross River and Volante that make that kind of connection happen. So no, it's not XRP that's going back and forth on the FedNow system, but they are incorporating different partners that model or work with Ripple on how this money transfer should happen. So that's what I'm, kind of more interested in, the potential for XRP in that situation in the long term. Obviously, you don't have the immediate results, and you can't expect everything all at once, or that one coin is going to take over everything. And Caspa is a good example of these different, they will have their moment in the sun, and it depends on if the broader, people and economy grab onto the idea. I always think back to that race between Netscape and AOL and a few others, Firefox and Google Chrome comes along. You have all of these different, yes, we have a buzzsaw. Bobby is back there cutting things up. He's building us a mobile sound studio right now. So it's going to be pretty cool.
In the works.
But yeah, I like Caspa for that reason. So, yeah, I'm moving in on this thing, but not quite yet. Right. I'm still kind of sticking to my guns. I think this week's going to be a little choppy from this rate hike. Markets usually work really aggressively and fast-paced scam wicks, basically, when these Fed meeting announcements come out. So, Drew, favorite band, I would have to say my favorite band, I really like Impending Doom.
Drew loves Impending Doom.
It's a great band. It's a great band. I've followed them for years. I think they're out of Germany.
It's a crazy name for a band.
Yeah, they're hardcore, man. I'm playing a show. Got to mention this. I'm playing a show August 19th in Denver.
Let's go.
Flood of Souls, yep. And Adam, you didn't you just play a show?
I did. I played my first show ever on Saturday. Yeah, it was a little underground venue, but it was incredible. Packed place. It's awesome.
That's got to be a good feeling. Yeah. I remember the times.
Not Adam the DJ.
I remember the times. Yeah, no, not playing Georgia. I am flying back to Denver. I'm just kind of tuned from that location. We hit the Denver music scene for a long time. Interesting. I wanted to just look at this kind of interesting note from Benjamin Cowan. He just notes how the recession searches. This is Google searches results. So this is what people are looking up on Google, and the word recession. It tends to come in two different waves. The first peak is when the yield curve inverts and people think it means recession now. The second peak is when it's an actual recession by this account on here. And yeah, that's pretty interesting to see. So you have just the initial shock of the headlines and then the reality of the situation, then some monetary policy things pulled in that regard, treasury bill repos, things of that nature, get it back under control. And then we have this second one. Now, this is a much faster moving situation. This was the pandemic release, the news of that, and then just a really sharp actual realization. This looks really similar, the time frame even, to freight costs from China to America for goods. I do think that had a big part to play in the overall, inflation that we experience now. But just kind of interesting to note that people, and we're in the first wave. I'll actually try to pull my screen over so you can see this. Get my face out of the way. So we got a major wave coming right here. This is pretty much obviously the 2022, 2023 time frame. It's gone back down, but that's a pretty strong spike. Right at the end of 2021. But it's been a few years, right? And it hasn't come back, but it kind of resembles this, just on a smaller scale, where you have that little receding moment and then it returns. I've always had the overall thesis that the monetary system basically puts band-aids over bullet wounds during election seasons to make people kind of get injected with that big pile of hope from whoever they're going to elect about big change or all this is going to be reworked, all that jazz. So, that's been my overall theory. It seems to be working out so far. We're going to see where it goes from here. But if all works according to what I think they'll have to, again, get close to 0% Fed funding rates as we experienced recently, and then That'll be kind of the last breath. I think they'll try everything they can to hold on to the way that things are. It's hard to experience change, especially when it gives you so much power and control and money and funding. So can't imagine that's a very easy thing to do. There's an interesting note from Satoshi Flipper. August 13th is the deadline for the first SEC spot ETF decision that they have to make. So 3 weeks from now, it will set the tone for the rest of the year in crypto. Definitely going to be a big deal. SEC spot ETF decision is due by August 13th. So I wonder if that's Friday the 13th.
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday? Okay. Well, we missed it both.
Right.
Yeah. It's so different being on this X app. Before, I want to see Elon Musk's I want to make note. So Elon Musk changed everything over to...
Oh, his profile picture.
God, that's a bad logo. I'm sorry.
Interesting.
You think it's a bad logo? I was kind of left wanting more.
It just resembles like the FX.
Let us know what you think in the chat. Is this a
like
good...
FTX?
Yeah.
No, but I've seen that
like,
somewhere. I know that X somewhere.
Yeah?
I'm positive.
I don't know. I think it's interesting.
Look at this.
That X next to his name looks spicy.
The Dogecoin D, though. What is this doing here? He has a Dogecoin D right
Who
there.
has a bag of Doge in
He's always
here?
been a Doge truther.
Oh,
Anybody
I know,
in here?
but I mean...
not me. I need to.
What'd you say, Hannah?
Who has a bag of Doge?
I did.
I don't have a bag of Doge. No. You've been buying Doge, huh?
No, I have some, but like, why are we not?
I'm about to say, should I?
Why are we not putting a little bit into Doge?
I mean, he's making
real.
moves here. Let's look at this. So this stems about his obsession with X. Definitely stems from a long kind of, he's been into payments processing systems for a while. So let's listen to this. I'll turn on my computer. It's got sound, Owen. I don't know how loud this is going to be. Let's see here. Turn this snap up. All right. So I'm going to zoom in. This is Elon Musk in 1999. Let's have a listen.
What we're going to do is transform the traditional banking industry. I do not fit the picture of a banker.
X.com, this is Julie.
Raising $50 million is a matter of making a series of phone calls, and the money is there. I've sunk the great majority of my net worth into X.com, which is the new banking and mutual funds company on the internet that I've started.
Big X.
Exactly. X.com. I think X.com could absolutely be a multi-billion-dollar bonanza, because if you look at the industry that X is pursuing, it's the biggest sector of the world economy. So this is
interesting stuff. You know what I mean?
Very interesting.
He's so young, and he's creating these, payments systems. And now later on, obviously last week, you remember we had XAI come out. They released. Let's take a look at that logo real quick too. I wonder what it looks like. XAI, because it was quiet on the release relatively. It's kind of similar here. The XAI website. I don't know. These logos are leaving a lot to desire.
Indeed.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
The minimalist. I'm sorry. I'm so tired of minimalist
follower
logos,
count,
man.
that follower count. I was going to say, I am more of a minimalist when it comes to that. I like it to be easy, but I don't know.
It looks like it's doing too much.
This is lame.
That one's like an M.
What is this?
That is
Did they
giving
steal
me...
this from Algorand? That looks like Algorand's. Oh my God, Algorand. Let's look at the price.
Where have the days of brand recognition gone?
Where is Algorand's price? Dun dun. I never know. Oh my God. God bless. Algorand. What is going on here? This is the overall. This is the lowest lows right here. Lowest lows.
Yeah.
And the look is plummeting.
Dangerous kitty to mess with.
And it keeps going.
I don't know. I mean, the upside, there's a lot of questions. I don't know if there's any actual answer on what the actual overall supply will end up being. Here's max supply showing 10 billion. Total supply out there, 7 billion. So about 77% in circulation. Not horrible. I don't know. Algorand having a rough go here, man.
Some people are saying buy, some people are saying get out.
I mean, that's where the risky biscuitness of it is, right? Because if this thing even returns to $3, it's like a 40x. But it's got a lot of work to do. but we're in the time frame where the least amount of people are watching, and it's got, it definitely has a community. I can say. I mean, they've been down, but they've been holding strong. I mean, I don't hate on communities in that situation either, because I went through it with XRP. I know how it feels. You believe in something beyond what's in front of our face right here and now. This is a risky biscuit. I wouldn't be moving too much into this, but if you put like $100 maybe in, it's something that you're not afraid to lose. Now that might be a different situation, which I might end up doing actually. So, watching this thing, go down here, 10 cents. My God, that's and if we get these rate hikes and stuff like that, that thing's gonna get crushed. That's why I'm mostly into Bitcoin until we have these. I'm watching for $32,000 Bitcoin before I start moving into these things again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the reason that they all started taking off for the most part for the normal people.
They fade.
Bitcoin led the way, and then
they fade
all these
Bitcoin.
other ones. Yeah.
They faded. I mean, obviously you'll have the outliers.
Yeah.
You'll have the AI stuff when it initially broke, right? Yeah. That kind of luster's rubbed off now. So now you can't put Shiba Inu AI or something like that and make it, act the way it did when AI basically first came out. It was a huge narrative to begin with. So, that's why I look at things that aren't narratives yet, like, hypergraphs, and probably ordinals will be another major one that takes over out of nowhere. Who knows? But can't get lucky if I ain't at the fair. That's what my mom used to say. So this is the total cryptocurrency market cap. This is basically right about where we're at right now, so you don't need to see the edge of that. It is, I mean, it looks pretty similar to this run here, but it was so funny. I put this line right here at the top of this run, and then basically use that as my bellwether. Once we breached this point, I just left that line there, and then knew that I could get back into the market in a big way when it came back down. And it was the simplest thing in the world to do. No sort of scholarly TA applied to it, and still held out amazingly. So far.
Nice.
So far. What if it goes down lower though? And I'd be buying. Because I'm just that
dip and then it dips.
I'm just that chaotic. I feel like it's unstoppable. It's all over the place. Where's AJ? He's upstairs, I think. We got to look for AJ. Owen, you never showed your face. Show your face. Look at this guy.
Get him on camera.
We got him worked to death. He just came from the hardware store. Let me see you. There you are.
POV.
Wow, your camera looks further away.
Yeah. Let's see here. So yeah, there's that stuff. And then this. I don't think we need to play this whole video, but this is actually the video where Elon Musk goes into, he wants to create a direct competitor to WeChat. Do you guys know what WeChat is?
No, what's WeChat?
Mm-hmm.
You know what WeChat is, don't you?
Yeah.
Why don't you explain? I'll explain. I'll fill in any pieces that I'm missing. But what is WeChat?
So from what I gather, it's what a lot of other countries. It's not that big in the U.S. or I guess larger countries, but like Russia uses it, China uses it, a bunch of different countries use it to like get around. It's sort of like I don't know,
like WhatsApp.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh,
but it's more of like people use it as like a substitute for like iMessage and stuff.
Okay, I can see it.
So all of China's communication, and it's very monitored, like it's communist.
Well, I mean, obviously, if it's in China, you can guarantee that.
They're monitoring it.
I think the thing that is interesting for me to think about, I mean, I really think that Elon Musk, for one, is a great competitor in the free markets. He is a great entrepreneur. He makes some pretty amazing projects happen, like the Boring Company, Tesla. So he's got a lot of drive. He's very sharp and obviously well connected. He's creating, in my opinion, just a direct competitor to WeChat to try to capture that financial velocity that WeChat has been able to capture digitally. Obviously, you can do it in a much more streamlined fashion if it is digitally captured and people are moving to those payment methods. It's interesting implications to think about, though, because if all of your payments and everything is happening on WeChat, that's tied to your social interactions online. That's tied to a lot of different things in your personal life that might find their way into denying you access to certain goods and services.
Their money
if you disagree with things.
Their money is stored on WeChat, right? They pay for things using WeChat. Yeah. So pay for things using Doge? Question mark.
I know. Well, yeah. Let's pull up his account again. He has a Doge symbol on his freaking account. I'm pulling it up. Musk. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Let's see here. Is he going to let people pay for things in Doge? Right? Like all these nods to cryptocurrency he's, well fond of, well connected with. It's just interesting to see the implications of potentially he could be a good key to the access point for bringing crypto into more kind of mainstream use, because then you get the crowd that's already using Twitter. Not everyone is into crypto on Twitter. I know we get in the crypto Twitter kind of echo chamber. And it might feel like that sometimes, but there's whole different groups of people that would be exposed to being able to pay, for content that they really enjoyed with cryptocurrency. If they see it goes really fast and everything gets verified quickly, then they can get more and more intrigued in it. I see this as a positive kind of, entry point for an actual ecosystem of, I'd imagine, and I hope for a more open ecosystem of cryptocurrencies back and forth on social networks. And then everything, moving through a bridge stablecoin back into, the federal side. If they need access points, and I hope that they leave the stablecoin market alone, even the private stablecoin firms, so that they can have a large array of options when they need to go in and out of payments for these things. So I would see it. That'd be something cool. Do you think it's going to happen, Adam? Are we going to pay each other in Doge next year?
Not for a long time.
No?
I don't think. There's just I know like the crypto, like you were saying, the crypto echo chamber on Twitter is really strong and like everybody gets caught up in it. But trust me, I'm like not involved in that echo chamber at all. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you that there's way too many people who have no idea what's going on for that to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that to be a pessimist on it. It's just maybe that it'll be an option, but it won't be widely accepted.
Well, to roll it out in the U.S., then it would have to be acceptable tender. What are you doing?
Wait. Twitter just started paying creators. And the requirements were 5 million impressions a month to get a payout threshold. People were getting paid thousands of dollars. Like most of them were getting paid like 10 or less. But the requirements to be paid by Twitter changed, and now it's not 5 million impressions, it's something else. It's gonna like keep changing. It's gonna be based on like your engagement levels compared to like how much you actually tweet and the quality.
Really?
Quantity, quality, it's gonna change. Like that algorithm is gonna get better, and Elon's gonna like
that would be cool to
change
see.
It.
Aren't you tired of seeing the huge scam accounts with like 10 likes and they have like 1 million subscribers, and it's all like botted out subscribers?
Twitter's a mess right now. But
it's
just like speaking on that, I could see the payouts just being in Doge because Elon is so pro crypto. Like he's trying to onboard people. Like you said, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people wouldn't do it, but like the people that would do it are on Twitter. Like most of them. That's where they spend their days.
That's a for sure starting point or launch pad for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if big Twitter accounts that like weren't involved in crypto, like that's where their payout went to, and then they have to download a wallet. Oh well, like pump Elon's bags, pump crypto Twitter's bags. He's a troll. Like I could
a creator economy would be cool.
And imagine like you get paid. Twitter pays you in Doge, Meta pays you in something else, Twitch pays you in a different coin, like a different Polygon. I don't know, whatever.
So here's the one problem is that the people who are going to be getting paid on Twitter, like an amount that's even like you can even see it. Those people make up like what? 2% of Twitter, maybe
very
1%.
Small amount of people.
Very small.
Very
so
small.
It's like, they could roll it out and like this 1% of people who get enough engagement are now able to do something with Doge, but like that means nothing for everybody else. Like, really. I mean, it's unfortunate because it sounds really cool and like that sounds awesome to be able to like pay using Doge. I used to have a bunch of Doge. So it's like exciting and cool, but there's just so many people. There's so many people that would have no impact on them.
Yeah.
So
But did you guys see like the thing with Jack Dorsey? It was like you could get tipped from Bitcoin, but the Apple Store had like stopped that. Like they didn't like the app go through with it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's like part of Xcom is like Elon doesn't want to deal with Apple. He wants to do his own.
Well, he had a beef. He has a beef with at least Microsoft.
Yeah, no apps like Apple. They don't like dealing with Apple's like terms of conditions and Apple wanting their paycheck. So I feel like he's going to try to like skirt skirt around Apple's.
Good luck.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
we'll see. I don't know, but it's very
But he makes
interesting.
hardware. That's the thing is he's made hardware.
He's smart.
He has the ability to make hardware. Can he make a phone that competes with Apple maybe in 5 years? That would be crazy to think about.
That'd be insane.
That'd be tough. Very
That'd be
tough.
insane. Because I mean,
But he
we
makes
all have
robots.
iPhones in
Like
here. Everybody has iPhone
Literally.
in here.
he literally like makes autonomous
competitor.
vehicles and all. He runs a boring company, microtunneling. If anyone doesn't know what microtunneling is, it's not a tiny tunnel. I'll tell you that much. It's a very
cool.
yeah.
Like-
It's a,
I
what's
don't
that?
know. A lot of people might like not like Elon might be indifferent. I don't know, but like you can't say that you don't see Teslas ever. Like I see Teslas
Yeah.
more often than like I even realized. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like it's kind of I don't know. Things are changing.
Well, he had a little nemesis. Sam Altman came out with his WorldCoin today. OpenAI's Sam Altman was tied to kind of the fallout between Elon and Microsoft over the open sourceness and censoring of ChatGPT and OpenAI. So he had a little fallout over him. He's not feeling great about this guy. Sam Altman announced his WorldCoin financial and identity network that had launched today. You have to scan your eyeballs to get in. And, before we grab our pitchforks, we already scan our eyes in a lot of different systems. We just don't realize it yet.
Yeah.
Face ID, Apple.
What's that?
Apple has your eyeballs if you use Face ID
Yeah, absolutely.
every time. you
Exactly.
unlock
That's
your
what
phone.
exactly. So, and on that subject, before I get into this, I hear a lot of people talk about this is just evil. It's the tool is not evil. It's the psychopath using the tool that is evil if evil is done. So I just want to kind of preface this with looking into these types of things because things can be well if they are held physically accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
So you can download World app, first protocol compatible wallet, and reserve your share after visiting an orb, a biometric verification device, which looks literally out of the Lord of the Rings. I saw DZ actually thought the same thing this morning. It's got. Let's look at the.
Do we have a picture?
Yeah, let's look at this thing. WorldCoin orb. It looks straight out of a freaking movie.
No, Lord.
Yeah,
That's
here
the
we go.
Xbox 720. Y'all remember those concept pictures back in the
Look
day?
at this thing.
Whoa.
I
Can
can
you
pull
imagine
it up.
yourself in 2 years
What is it?
looking back at your face in an orb? No, it's a kind of an interesting. I don't think
Oh,
that's
wow.
like too
The concept
attractive.
pictures from back in the day.
It looks like one of those little.
The Xbox
8 balls.
720 from 2008
Oh
or
my
9, whatever.
gosh.
Y'all remember that picture?
Yes.
That's the same thing.
That's the same thing. It predicted the future. I wonder what this thing's price action has been. Let's go to Coin Market Cap, and I will pull up WorldCoin. I think it's WLD. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. There you go. So it's actually up from its initial launch. That's great. First day of action here. This is all the data we get on this new system. But it has pretty awful tokenomics, if I'm not mistaken. I want to. Let's see here. Yeah. So WorldCoin, another VC-backed project with predatory tokenomics. World is also already has an insane, fully diluted valuation of $27 billion, but less than 1.5% of the total supply is currently in circulation. So the project might have potential, but this poster, DeFi investor, good content. Me and Johnny check it out all the time. Strongly advised, stay away from this token. So here's the unlock supply schedule for this token. Obviously, you are here, and WorldCoin community gets quite a bit. Definitely looks like it's doing a big unlock. This is probably 2026, but you're on a fast-moving and large unlock schedule. But keep in mind, not many of them are out circulating right now. And I mean, to be fair, on its launch, not bad. Not bad. It's above its initial launch point. Again, due to this could be just another narrative tied movement in the market, and the green money you can make behind these kind of speculation and different projects definitely goes well if you buy a Barrett 50 cal, say, with them. So, I'll check it out. I'm not really interested in buying it or anything like that, but more interested in the connections that this WorldCoin company sets up with different WEF implants that are looking to control our every cent and move. So
Scary.
I'll be watching for that. Let me see here. Pull my screen down. I want to find something real quick, Owen. Did you see the robot dogs? Did you see the robot dogs?
Do y'all remember the little Apple eye dogs
Yeah,
that people
they
would have
plug
on
your
their
iPhone
desk?
into, or your iPod into back in
And
the
they
day.
would like dance, like their ears
Yeah.
would move. I'm
Yep.
about to get
I
one.
wanted one of those
Let me
so
see. I
bad.
remember
I'm gonna
those.
get one for my desk.
Yep.
There was like a whole era of robot like dogs and dinosaurs and stuff that was huge. Y'all remember that?
With
That
the
had to be,
robot
like-
ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was just
Absolutely.
ginormous to just have a robot
my God.
thing that could like walk around.
Yeah.
And I wanted one so
That was a
bad.
flex.
Yeah.
We're gonna
It
That
do
a
was.
big
It was a
flex for
huge
kids.
flex.
Yep.
Yes.
And
I'm gonna say,
slightly
what does it
after
look like?
my time. What's this?
You know what I'm talking
The
about?
iHome
oh,
dog.
wait, not that.
That's not him.
Oh, I was
No.
is that first?
But
Shaped
these
like an
little
apple?
things- oh my god.
The little. Are you showing like a cute robot dog? Let's look at the
It's
real.
real.
Let's look
The
at,
Apple
look at
home
this.
I'm about to
dog
say,
or
I'm looking
whatever.
it up. I don't know what it looked like.
Oh my god.
Owen, are you ready for me to play this video? Are you ready for this?
Oh.
Scary.
Has he got a gun on it? That'd be sick.
Hell
New
no.
York Police Department.
This is real?
Yes.
No. No, it's over. We're so done. We're done.
Like
That's awesome.
No,
iRobot.
that's not awesome. That's you know what that is? That's like Squid Game.
Oh my
And
goodness.
If you do something wrong,
It'll shoot you.
boom, you're
No.
done. There's no trying to fight back. There's no trying to defend yourself.
There's no
You're
running.
wrong, you're dead because
No.
that thing.
Hannah, hold on. Hold on. If you fill a balloon full of oil and sand and hit it right about there at the legs, or right about there at the legs, oil will take the sand into the system. It'll take some time, but it will stop operating. And the weak points, the 556, M855 are right here.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's done.
So
I'm just gonna like walk up behind it and
Yeah.
like scratch it on its butt right
I
there.
would. I mean, it's got a facial recognition.
Oh my god.
It looks like I would imagine it's beginning unarmed, right? Obviously, you can arm these things. So I don't think this version is per se holding a bazooka by any means, but it is
That'd be
doing
cool.
at least facial recognition. Boston Dynamics has come out with just quite a product there.
All right, that is Boston Dynamics.
Yeah.
Something don't look
Should
right about this
we
video. Can you play this
invest?
video again?
Yeah. You don't need to do sound, Owen. I'll turn the sound off.
Who's investing in Boston Dynamics? Oh my god, that is terrifying.
That
Something
is
just looks
scary.
weird about that. Am I tripping?
Imagine that
It's like
chasing
movements.
you.
It's because the movements of it are so sharp.
It looks like it's supposed to be walking forward, but it's
Oh my
walking
god, imagine it
backwards.
chasing you
I
like
don't know. It
up a
looks like
fence.
its frame rate's different than something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Part of me
We
thinks
gotta
it's
see if
fake,
this is
but,
real.
but I don't know.
I hate it.
I've seen these things already out. That's why I'm not really.
Yeah,
putting it
no, me
past it.
too. But I don't know. Something about that looked weird.
We should look into this. Well, that's fun to think about.
Yeah.
You know, that's why.
Pretty cool.
That's why we watch projects like what
Damn.
WorldCoin is doing with that. In OpenAI, like the whole discussion about open source AI systems. Now I've even seen some reports that ChatGPT is becoming slightly less useful or accurate as time progresses, which is not a great thing to see happening to a system like that. Probably because it's contradicting itself with its built-in censorship framework. That's what I would think is probably happening. But that's just my hillbilly 2 cents on the situation. Let's see what else we got. I wanted to talk. This is a good thread. Making money in crypto is simple. So now we're waiting for I'm waiting for the 28K, and I'm recentering, making sure I'm catching the ground ball. I'm just going back to catching the ground ball as we get ready for the bull market to come back and real focus on this industry comes back, because it ebbs and flows just like anything, and it's weirdly tied to the election cycle. Is that a coincidence or not? Who knows? But it's coming, and I'm getting ready for it. And this is good things to keep in mind. So avoiding scams, playing on narratives, taking profits, making sure to take profits. Sounds easy. It is definitely not. You'll get to those levels of massive gains on different coins. You think this is the future of finance, and you're just, keep going. You got to realize a vertical wall when you see one. So these are some good tips on avoiding scams. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by saying don't click suspicious links, verify your transaction, don't ever give your seed phrase, because I hope this is all obvious. But good reminders, say it out loud. The best way to avoid a scam is to look at the following liquidity to market cap ratios between 5 to 15%. Important to note. Liquidity locked for months, and you have a honeypot checker reading negative. Definitely got to stay away from honeypots. DexTools.io, fantastic place. to take different contract addresses, put them into it, and you'll get the honeypot check in there. Make sure it has reliable audits and a healthy token distribution on bubble maps. This is not sponsored. That's good. I mean, I'll check out bubble maps. We've also used DeFi Llama and things of that nature. Playing on narratives, huge. If you see AI coming, if you see a resurgence in meme coins coming, those are all different narratives that can resurge at any given moment, all dependent on the news cycle. Honestly, if you really think about it, investors are emotional for the most part when we don't have massive institutions doing things. And when they do, you feel it in the markets quickly. So play narratives to the best of your ability. Stick with the best stuff that you focused on in your past, if possible. Maybe you're into fashion, then you're looking at fashion on, the metaverse, or if metaverse is going to resurge, different things that might happen in that sector. Utilizing DeFi Llama, absolutely. For here, you can look at trends in blockchains and different categories. DeFi Llama, definitely recommend. I'll open this up and check this out. This is their Twitter, at DeFi Llama. And you can go to their different websites here. We use them all the time, just checking stuff out. And, trends in blockchains, this goes to the chains page. Look at TVL across chains on there. Look at which chains are gaining total value locked, which means people are in it for the long term or longer term, locking up their liquidity there. Now you can see if there's been growth on the chain, and then go to the stablecoin dashboard, look to see if people are bridging, and then you're able to work out if the trend is from either people who are already within the chain or if it's a trend of new participants. This is the key. If it's all the same people and they're just, yelling back and forth at each other, doesn't mean much. You got to have interest from outside markets to really get those awesome increases in value, and it comes in ebb and flows. Some coins that we know right now won't even be around when this real resurgence happens. So you got to keep that in mind. And trends in different categories. Now, CoinGecko, I would say, I'm going to pull up this CoinGecko. I want to highlight, I'll use CoinGecko for the categories, because you hear about these different narratives like, hey, are you all in on AI coins or whatever? And you'll be like, I don't know which ones are really, categorized as such. Even if they're only loose affiliations, they'll be placed into these different kind of subcategories on CoinGecko. So, categorized as meme coins, ETH 2.0 staking, different NFTs, and, gaming tokens, things of that nature. Metaverse, and obviously privacy coins too. There's going to be some action to be had in privacy coins. I feel like people are going to want, their sovereign transfer of wealth, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, these will probably see their moment again as you have to think about, we're only like a sample of the population that's in crypto right now. So when you see a lot of regular people come in,
look at how those top two coins are mirroring each other. That's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah,
with the 7-day trend there.
Well, I mean, they all kind of,
yeah, they kind of do.
You'll have outliers in these time frames like Horizon. Let's see. Well, I don't even know what this thing is. Who knows?
Like they were almost exactly mirroring each other.
Yeah. Well, they fall when Bitcoin gets hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I have the mug upstairs, Hannah. You know what I mean? Jesus.
Shame.
Yeah, and then taking profits. So you've hit a trend. You've done well on the narrative. You saw stuff coming. Then you take profits. And I always like to, before I read all this, kind of how I framed it is that it needed to change my life if I was going to take profits. And that could be just a few, $5,000, $10,000 at the time. But also I really, have set out to see multiple cycle bags and what those are capable of. And that's always tough to pick the right kind of product to do so, but taking profits off of set goals. That's what I like to do. I like to write down the goal. I like to make it real in my mind and in the universe that is my goal. That's the point at which my life will really change if I do. But, have those levels understood on what that means to you, because that varies for everyone. If you're starting from, $10, then you take profits probably around $50, right? So it just depends on how far along you are in the process. But take profit on the way up, take profits into stables. Bitcoin and Ethereum, always a great spot for me. But again, Bitcoin can fall big time. Like the first time I got in, it was on a massive tumble. It hit like 3,500 for a minute. By the time I had everything connected and ready to go, it was like $4,000, $5,000 for an entire Bitcoin. So they can crash very heavily. And Ethereum referred to this. And Ethereum is probably I think it's going to be around. So I tend to agree with that it's a good place to park as well. But taking profits into higher risk plays is not taking profits. So that means, you went 10x on, a mid-level altcoin, say like Solana or something better known like Cardano. And then you take those profits and you go all in on the gaming sector next, right? There's a lot of people that did that with their money they made in crypto, and they just went hard in NFTs and got wrecked last cycle. So I would keep that in mind, because you will see people interested. Oh yeah, Tiana, my wonderful wife, in the chat bringing up Project Kaizen. That's another thing that's related to this, because it's part of the gaming niche kind of gaming community. It's got a pretty I think it's Tom Bilio that's behind the project. He's got a lot of good team members, but the interest isn't all there right now because it's not the big thing. But I think gaming, I don't know. I mean, do you think gaming's going to be around? Like, I think gaming's a pretty safe
Yeah, it's pretty safe
sector to be about. Like, I don't know. Hannah, you're on freaking Hit Network Gaming screaming about dead people all the
First
time.
advocate. Let's go.
Gaming for sure.
Yeah.
Big.
I don't know. Like, we game a little bit here in the US, but in the Southeast Asia portion, they game hard. They game real hard out there.
Even like most European countries, like
they
go crazy. Like
That's
Germany, like Ukraine, Poland, all those people, like holy, especially in like competitive scenes. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Hannah, for Hit Network Gaming. Now that we're on the subject, we should look at Project Kaizen. We should reach out to them, see if they want to be on this show or on Ben's show. Maybe we should see if they'd be willing to come, kind of show what because their project, from what I could see, looked pretty dang cool.
Yeah.
And that'd be that'd be a move to make now, not at the top, right?
We should have somebody from Kaizen and Kate come on the same day.
Yeah,
and
that would be really good. Kate's great with the gaming market. But yeah, so this is just talking about don't go hard into NFTs like a lot of people did at the end of last bull market. Know when the time frame has reached its peak. The bull market rule is to take some profits when you have doubled, let the rest ride the wave, take more profits later. It's a good, safe way to do it. Then you can lock in what you initially put in. You don't feel so trigger happy on getting out if you see a little bit of movement, because it is house money at that point if you think that way and if you kind of block it off that way. So I'd say that this is some really, really sound advice. Awesome graphic here. Look at this guy just flying coins.
It's raining coins.
Yeah. Who is this from? Let's highlight that. It's got Hoim. So add crypto EM. So right there. Pretty cool notes to just take as we're approaching the big move. I feel like we're going to have some big moves in the overall market. Obviously we got WorldCoin coming out, but yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling good about continuing to move into OP. I want to get some Arbitrum. Let's see where that's at. Chainlink. Chainlink's actually been a long-term hold for me. It looks like it's pulling back real good. Had this just heck of a spike there. I'm telling you, if this FOMC thing comes, I'll show you just in reference. Look at that. Just recently, Chainlink was $5, right? And this is a short amount of time. It gets up to 754. That's a good increase. So when you're in that process, it's not horrible to take a little bit back that you originally put in, so you're not so trigger happy on the volatility of the market. Volatility is the price you pay for performance in cryptocurrency. So keep that in mind. But yeah, I think I'll be getting some Chainlink. Just top my bags off. Which Stellar has been good. Let's see if I would be. I think Stellar's down to 14 cents now. Rode the XRP pump right here. A lot of people have been asking me about if I'm going to keep going with this one. I feel good about this as long as I feel good about XRP. Barely reached a new high here though. So got to take that into account. So definitely a risky biscuit, but a lot of potential with it. And, it's time for the accumulation. I'm feeling good that we're seeing this little pullback in the markets. And, if you're out there in the markets, this is what I'm doing. I'm not telling you exactly what to do. Not the dictator, not financial advice. So, thank you very much for joining us, you guys, today. And I wanted to highlight this. Look at this. So we're at almost 14,500 subscribers. And once we hit 15,000 subscribers, you will no longer be able to get the NFT. The NFT is you just pay the gas fee for the NFT. You can find the links to everything in our Discord. So make sure to pick that up before we hit 15K. Time is running out. We had a very good video that, kind of shows lots of receipts that people are like, oh, that's not there. There's no direct connection. It's literally in the preview right there. So that's from the FedNow website. Go look at what's actually going on that video and, spread the word that videos this weekend. We're going crazy. Appreciate you and all your support. And make sure if you get a chance, this shirt right there.
Oh, yeah.
Hold this thing up. Look at that thing.
That's hard.
Oh, yeah. I love this. It's fantastic. It came in this morning. Feels great. Go pick one up. But yeah, I guess now I got to go set up ATB. We're going to get some guests together today. And we'll see where the price ends up being by the time we write the show. Gonna be a feisty one. I don't know. I'm getting my stuff ready to move back into the markets in a big way after this correction, though. So thank you much for joining us, everybody. Simple Tour Vlogs, new name. Welcome, Don Juan, Skid Marks, Randall Dance, Manawak, excellent human being there.
C90
Deadwood.
for the win.
C90 for the win.
He said, "See you all on the X." He even got the logo.
He used the emoji.
Ooh.
Fancy.
See y'all
We got to
on the
figure that
X
out.
app.
We got to figure that out. Well, with that being said, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you have a fantastic evening, and we'll gear up and see what kind of news comes across from this X app rollout over the night. But Hannah, thank you for joining us. We got the whole crew here. Vivian, thank you very much. Adam, giving us your insight on the socials. These guys are always in it, always, they're well tuned into the next generation of social media. So like the opinions. Owen, you ready to take us away? Take me away.
Here we go.